Hey, this is the C&D channel. I'm Chris, and this is MMA for you. I'm going to be doing my prediction for Bellator 55, which is going to happen on October 22nd on MTV2. It's going to be the semifinals for the Bantamweight tournament. Let's go start from the top, and we'll go down to the prelims. Okay, we got Alexis Vila versus Marcus Galvao. Man, I got to go with Alexis Vila in this one. I mean, knocking out Joe Warren, that was the coolest thing ever, man. That was such an emphatic knockout. You know, it's something. I mean, Vila's undefeated. His he has good boxing, lots of power, and Olympic level wrestling. His age will always be a factor, but it's. I really want to see him in deep waters, see how his cardio holds up, but I'd assume Olympic level training, a guy like that's going to have naturally good cardio. But yeah, Marcus Galvao though, or Galvao, had a great fight with Chase Beebe. I mean, this guy's fought a lot of good guys. I feel he beat Joe Warren in that super fight. He's really well-rounded. His striking's solid. Trains at Nobu. His ground game's excellent. One of the problems with Galvao though is his finishing ability. Just about most of his fights go to decision. And I don't know if you want a guy like Alexis Vila being able to finish you within 15 minutes. This is a guy that has the power to do that. So yeah, I gotta go with Alexis Vila, and honestly, just from his wrestling pedigree, and as good as Zach Makovsky looked in his last fight, if Alexis Vila wins the whole thing, I'd fear for Zach Makovsky, to be honest. Stylistically, it's not a good matchup for him, to be perfectly honest, in my opinion. Olympic level wrestler, huge power, strong guy, man. That guy just looks strong. You can just tell that guy is just can muscle people around. Okay, next fight after that we have Eduardo Dantas versus Ed Wild West. I gotta go with Dudu to win this one. He had that really cool flying knee victory against Wilson Hayes, followed by ground and pound. West, he's really lengthy. He does lack power. That's the one thing. He actually has no KO or TKO victories in his resume. His ground game's really good. I remember him fighting like Jose Vega and tying him off, threatening from the bottom at times. He has shown a weakness to wrestling before. Zach Makovsky managed to take him down a lot of times. Yeah, but the thing with the West, yeah, really lengthy guy, uses a lot of kicks. So he's always a tough style matchup for a lot of guys. But Dudu, I mean, or Dantas, striking is really good. He does have a very strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pedigree, and he's only 22. His last 4 fights too, all win. He's on a 4-fight win streak, and all of them are by finish. So this guy is definitely a proven finisher as well. So gotta go with Dantas to win this one. Hoping to see Vila versus Dantas in the finals. Okay, next fight after that we have a super fight, not for the light heavyweight title, as Christian Mpumbu is gonna fight Travis Wiuff. Wiuff's fought everyone, man. I mean, he has, he's fought everyone. He has almost probably like 80 fights, if not more. On his record, he has a little less than 80, according to some places. But I'm sure he probably has a lot more fights under his belt. He has some good wins over guys like Monson and whatnot. But in Mpumbu, man, this guy's got a lot of power. I mean, this guy, you see the Richard Hale fight, knocked him out. Tim Carpenter. This guy, he has a win over like Stefan Struve. I mean, very strong kickboxing. Doesn't cut weight, but he's tall though. So it kind of helps. He's like 6'2", so he doesn't look like a small light heavyweight at least. His ground game's pretty good as well, but obviously, you know, it's his hands and just his overall kickboxing is good. And it's really interesting that Mpumu doesn't cut weight. Actually, you know, he looks like he can actually cut to middleweight, but you know, I think it probably helps his cardio and helps his speed, and obviously, you know, his punching power is still there even at light heavyweight. Yeah, so just gotta go with it, Christian Mpumu to win this one. Funny thing about this fight is Mpumu is actually like a year older than Travis Wiuff, but doesn't have nearly as many fights. I think Mpumu has like as many fights as Wiuff has like losses, you know. That's the thing. So yeah, Christian Mpumu to win that one. Okay, next fight after that we have Ricardo Tirloni versus Steve Gable. You know, Tirloni, you know, he's only lost to Ben Henderson. That's it. He has some notable wins over like Brian Cobb, and ever since he lost to Ben Henderson, the guy's been on a 10-fight winning streak. Still only 28 too. He has nearly triple. He has like double the amount of fights as Steve Gable. Gable, though, you know, in his last 2 fights, first round rear naked chokes. But Tirloni, I think he's definitely gonna win this one. You know, he has a good amount of KOs and TKOs under his record, and 6 submissions too. So it's not like you know, it's not like he's like the. I think he's only lost by submission to Ben Henderson, but it's not like, you know, he has a weakness to them or anything. It's Ben Henderson, you know. So yeah, gotta go with Tirloni for this. I'm saying Tirloni for this. Okay, next fight. Okay, now we're going to the prelims, which will be on Spike. So we have Carlos Flores versus Richard Hale. Gotta go with Hale here. The thing with Flores that's really interesting though is he is undefeated, but he only has 5 fights. You know, I've seen his level of competition, not very strong. I mean, the last guy he fought was on a. I don't think he's won a fight. You know, so that's the thing. It's just that level of competition. You know, I don't. Yeah, it's not very strong. Richard Hale though, I mean, this is a guy that did like the inverted triangle choke, similar to Toby Amada did to Masvidal. He did on Nick Fiketti. He's also beat guys like DJ Lenderman, and he looked good against Christian Mpumu. The only problem is he'd go in, but then, you know, as he's going out with a strike, and say he'd like throw a triple jab going in, as he goes out, he generally has his hands down. This is how Mpumu caught him too. He has his hands down and he retreats backwards in a straight line. He doesn't really circle out, and that's how Mpumu managed to get the overhand right finish in his last fight. But other than that, Hale was doing really good against Mpumu until he got knocked out, really. But yeah, I gotta go with Richard Hale. His striking solid, and he does have a solid ground game as well. You know, and he's also a really tall light heavyweight too. I don't know what weight class they're fighting in, because I know Flores has fought at heavyweight before. So and Hale's a pretty big light heavyweight. He's like 6'4", you know. But yeah, I gotta go with Richard Hale to win this one. Okay, next fight after that we have Edgar Garcia versus Jacob Ortiz. This one, you know, I gotta go with Edgar Garcia here. I remember seeing him in particular in the UFC when he fought like DeMarcus Johnson. He looked really solid, actually. Even almost got a pretty good necktie on him. He lost by up kick, then like triangle choke to DeMarcus. But ever since then, I mean, he's on his 3-fight win streak. He's still relatively young too. You know, he's a solid fighter for sure. You know, I gotta go with him. But Jacob Ortiz, I mean, very similar actually. You know, actually they have the same record: 10 wins, 2 losses. You know, coming off a 2-fight win streak, and so he's a solid fighter as well. So that's actually gonna be a really interesting matchup for me. I gotta go with Edgar Garcia in that one. Okay, next fight after that we have Aaron Beach versus Roscoe Jackson. I gotta go with Aaron Beach here. I mean, Roscoe Jackson, I mean, he has a 1-4 record, and he's on a he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Every loss he's had, it's been like a KO or TKO. Beach, trains at Alliance. So both these guys don't have a lot of fights or anything, but I gotta go with the guy that's not like on this like totally losing skid here. So yeah, Aaron Beach for that one. Okay, next fight after that we have Nick Piedmont versus Jade Porter. I don't know much about these guys, but I will go with Jade Porter. He does train with Power MMA team. Power MMA has guys like Steinbeiss, who's also fighting here, Ryan Bader, CB Dalloway, and Aaron Simpson. I believe that's their team, if I'm not mistaken. Porter, though, 5-fight win streak. Wrestling. If you're training Power MMA, there's wrestling. I go Jade